that is based off that simplicity of it all, like the little man trying to get his piece, and people who really suffered from it at the end of it. It was because when I put my money in, whether I knew it or not, the bondsman didn't tell me too much, and it fucked me over. And now I don't have a house. Now I don't have means, a job. You know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the little things that created spores of a big thing for occupancy all over. So that's what it's about. You know, just reaffirming, reestablishing with knowledge, a knowledge base, instead of ignorance about a very good. There's an economic pro and there's an economic con. You should be about the pro. You know what I mean? Don't delve yourself in things that are also bad. Delve your things in things that are also good, because it ends up in leading into a faulty economic standpoint for some more than others.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are working right now. Some people don't have houses, so they have to tent out.
Right.
And the occupancy is there to help in the capacity that they're established to help. And that's all.
This is one of the most important times, I think, in this nation to have this discussion that can actually change the foundation of our society. And it's really cool to be a part of. And 99% of the population is kind of already a part of it, so you just got to start talking.
And I'm sure I'd be preaching to the choir to whoever's watching this, but I just encourage everybody to think critically about what they hear and not necessarily listen to everything they're told, just like we've done, and don't take as gospel anything that either side says, I suppose. But I think that we'd all be a lot better off if everybody would formulate their own opinions.
What specifically brought the two of you down here?
I've been down here since day one, and I'm about to graduate from 5 years of college into a big financial mess and an economic downturn and just a world of economic shit that I had no hand in creating. And I'm angry about it, that basically my future has been stolen from me by greedy people who I have no control over, being the beneficiaries of policies made by people that don't represent me. And basically I think the most insulting part of the crisis that's going on right now is how much that people my age are paying for it when we had no say in creating it.
I'd have to say I graduated college in May, and I've had a very difficult time finding a job. But I mean, aside from that, I've always had a lot of grievances with the misrepresentation of people who do not have billions of dollars in government. And I feel like we pride ourselves on democracy. We try to spread it around the world. We do all these things and go into all these foreign policies, and we don't even have it here ourselves. And that is really infuriating to me. And being a part of this is actually being a part of a democracy. Because we have a General Assembly every night, and it's consensus-based, and it's great to actually be able to represent myself and instead of having somebody represent me who actually doesn't. And who actually could never represent me because they have billions of dollars. And,
what time is your General Assembly meeting?
8 p.m. every night.
And it's open to whoever?
Oh, yeah.
It's open to absolutely everybody. Which is funny because there's a lot of detractors and naysayers about our movement, and I always find it funny that they seem to do all of their complaining and insinuations and whatnot using the internet or the media when we've established this open forum where they could come down and address us themselves if they don't like what we're doing. Yeah, I think that's for everybody at home who will eventually watch this. I think the important thing to bear in mind is that these problems aren't going to fix themselves ever, and that the only reason we are where we are right now is because people weren't paying attention and we let things slide, and we figured that some of these problems were going to work themselves out, or that there's some invisible hand behind the scenes making things right. And if you want to see change and you think there's a problem with what's going on, you need to get up and do it yourself. There's nobody, I mean, we're fighting for everybody, but that said, nobody can fight for you. If you want to see change, you have to make it happen yourself. You need to actually stand up. And there's not a huge difference between your average person who's upset with what's going on and somebody who's just taken one more step and actually come out here and done something about it. It's a very minute difference between an activist and somebody who's discontent.
Yeah, and it's actually really, really liberating. Instead of just going home every night from work and being really pissed off, and sometimes I felt like I was the only one who had these grievances, and I felt very alone in the struggle. And then coming down here and being able to talk to people who are actually 100%, they might not agree with my ideologies or my beliefs, but we are all here for the same reason, and it's just really, really liberating and self-empowering to be able to talk to a group of strangers about that, when before I just felt like nobody cared. But everybody cares, it's just whether or not they're willing to talk about it. And this is just a safe platform to have that discussion, and it's really great
Sounds
to be
great.
a part of it.
Right.